friends, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Crystal. Today I'm going to be making something that we have always called pepper steak around here, but when I was looking up this recipe to kind of see what others do, I found out that this recipe that we do is nothing like what other people do. We make it with gravy and mashed potatoes, and it is very good. So let's get cooking in the kitchen. Guys, for this recipe you are going to need some peppers, as Josh is demonstrating. You're also going to need some cube steak, an onion, some oil, vegetable oil is what we're using, and some gravy. We're going to just use a basic gravy packet, some flour, some onion powder, seasoned salt, pepper, garlic. There's some thyme in there. Traditionally you use a green bell pepper, that's what's in the original recipe, but we are going to be using peppers from where?
Our garden.
We have a variety of different sweet peppers we're going to be using, some banana peppers and different peppers that we're going to be putting in. Also, if you're going to be serving your pepper steak with mashed potatoes like we do, you're going to need some potatoes. You won't need all of these, of course. You just need enough for your serving size for the amount of people that you're going to have. For your potatoes, you are going to need some butter and also some a new gallon of milk. I'm going to start out by peeling my potatoes, getting them washed, and then what I will do is I will cut them up and put them in cold water on the stove and then turn them on. You don't want to put them into hot water or boiling water. It causes it to be a little more starchy. Alright, next we're going to prepare the cube steak. We're going to get it ready to roll. You'll need a skillet. I'm going to use a skillet with some depth in it because we'll have a lot of stuff in there. Now there's a lot of different ways that you can prepare the cube steak, but the traditional way, which is what I'm going to show you today, is to dice it up in little chunks and to fry it and cook everything in a pot, kind of simmering together. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to go ahead and start preparing the flour now. We're going to put some salt. This one I think is onion powder or garlic, one of the two. I kind of use both. Ready? You want to dump some in?
Yeah.
Whoop. Okay, that's enough. Woo! We might have got a little much of that in there. That one. Some seasoned salt. And then we'll grab some pepper. Can you twist it? No. You can add a Italian seasoning mix if you want. I don't have any right now, so I'm going to just add some thyme. All right, now I'm going to put the meat in there. Meat. Zip it up. And then what's next, little man?
Shake it up.
Keep shaking. Keep shaking. Oh, it looks pretty good. The meat's nice and coated. Good job.
I got it.
All right, we're gonna put some oil in our pan and get it real hot. So I'm gonna turn this on high. Pretty good amount of oil in there. Now we're gonna prep our peppers and onions. Traditionally, when you cut up your peppers, usually using a bell pepper, you cut them in slices. And the onions too, you'll kind of put them in slices as well to get them ready. Get that meat cooking in there. Already smelling yummy. Go ahead and start flipping them. See, you can see some of them already starting to brown. There we go. And you're just going to want to let these cook till they get cooked through. Now we're going to go ahead and add our peppers and onions and get them cooking. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and season again so that this has a good amount of salt and pepper. while I'm waiting on the peppers and onions to kind of get more translucent and cooked through, I'm gonna start working on the mashed potatoes and show you how to do those. So you know your potatoes are done when they're tender. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the heat. And then what I do is I get a colander strainer, put it in my sink, and we're going to go ahead and drain the potatoes. The hot potatoes. All right, so when it comes to the mashed potatoes, you have a couple options. You can do it with a mixer or with a potato smasher. My grandma always did it with a mixer, and her potatoes were light and creamy and really, really smooth. So if you want a more smooth texture in your potatoes, go with the mixer. If you don't mind it being a little more rough or chunky, go with the smasher. I usually do the smasher just because it's a little easier on time. So I'm gonna go ahead and smash that in there. So we added our butter. Now we're gonna add some milk. For milk, you just get it to the texture that you want. So I start with a little, and you can always add more if you need to make it a little more creamy. So with this, you just smash. With a mixer, you would be using it to mix. So right now, my potatoes are pretty rough and chunky. Some people like it that way. I like mine a little more creamy, so I'm gonna add some more milk. Okay, and then don't forget to add your salt. You just want to add salt to taste. All right, so my onions and peppers are starting to cook. And for this recipe, we're keeping it simple. We're just going to use a gravy packet mix. Gravy mix in here. Go ahead and pour that in there. So we're gonna let that heat up just like you would the gravy. Let it thicken. All right, so you can see that our gravy is starting to bubble and has thickened up. You can see how it's kind of cleaned everything. It's more thick. Alrighty, and there is the finished product. Alright, thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you like this pepper steak recipe. If you do, be sure to check out some of my other recipes. You can click the playlist here at the end of the video to check them out. I am Crystal Keim. Thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.